You put it in your mouth again at the moment I was about to do.
Hi everyone, recording a little bit late tonight because my friend Lee just left and we had a really fun weekend in DC. I'd like to show you guys what we did and all the different things that we got to check out. As you could tell by the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about kind of like modern art that we got to see and just a few kind of fun, cool, touristy things that we did while my friend Lee was here. So without further ado, I will just jump right on in and show you guys where we went. So the first place we checked out was the Rubell Museum, which is a lesser known museum that has modern art in the DC area. It's still one of the museums that is technically free, but it is suggested that you donate to the museum. If you're not local, they kind of make it sound like you have to pay, which we did anyways, but this is the first one that we went to. The museum is pretty interestingly broken up by kind of like 4 corner rooms in each floor of the museum. There was a lot of cool art there, some really interesting to interpret. As you can see here, my friend Lee and I are trying to determine what this painting was. What was really interesting was it looked so beautiful and lovey, but when you looked at the face of the woman in the photo, she looks like she's discontent or uncomfortable. So what looks like a very happy piece of art actually might be a little bit less comfortable than it looks like. We checked out a few areas up here. Like I said, they're set up by 4 corners and each floor kind of has a theme to it. My favorite floor was definitely the lower floor, which was a little bit dark and creepy in some ways. It's kind of creepy because there's candlelight involved and actual lit candles. So what I see one day might be entirely different than what you'll see if you decided to go there, maybe a week later even, because the art is alive, so it's always changing, which I kind of think is pretty poetic. Something I really liked about this floor is just that they did do kind of like a lot of play with the light and dark in the rooms. That was a really interesting museum, and I feel like it was a fun first day for us to go on. We also, before we went to the museum, we went to Devour Coffee, which you have seen me go to with my friend Barbie, who is in a recent video when we were hiking together. And we talked about living further away from family and what that's like and kind of our different ways of coping with that. Anyways, moving on, the next museum we went to was the Hirshhorn Museum. The Hirshhorn Museum typically has a lot of different modern art exhibits and they kind of rotate between different displays. I've been there 3 times already before. This time they had an artist that was new to me that I had not yet seen before, that goes by the name of Osgemeos. This was definitely a big favorite of mine. There's a lot of work with colors and they kind of did a little bit of everything between sculpture to painting to graffiti work. When I say they, it's 2 brothers who design this artwork. They're from Brazil and they've been kind of all over the world. I really loved like the variety of what they had and the use of a lot of colors, and I actually wound up buying their book, which is a pretty hefty book. I love it. It's gonna be our new coffee table book. That is a whole building that they painted right there. So this was my favorite part of the trip. This art display is only going to be up in the Hirshhorn Museum until August of 2025. So I suggest you go this year. For the rest of the trip that my friend Lee was here, we got to go check out the cherry blossoms and we went up to the old post office pavilion lookout, which I thought was really cool because you got to see a lot of the monuments in DC. And then, of course, the museums, which are right in front of the tower there. The old post office pavilion tower is the 3rd highest building in DC. So it's a great view to kind of see the city from above. And at the time that we were there, we actually got to see the cherry blossoms from the Pavilion Tower, which was really cool. Then, of course, we went down and we walked over towards Jefferson Monument, the MLK Monument, and checked out the cherry blossoms there. We kind of mini picnicked there and just kind of enjoyed the sun because it was such a warm day on Friday. Aside from that, there's another view that you can go to, which we went to dinner on Thursday, the Vue Restaurant. That was a really nice restaurant. I'd say a little pricey if you want to go out for something really fancy. That would be a really fun date idea. That's pretty much everything I want to talk to you guys about. If you get a chance to check out the Hirshhorn Museum and you get a chance to see the Osgemeos display or any of their artwork, whether it's anywhere around the world, I'd love to hear what you think about it and if you like it and where you saw it. If you like this video, please like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you already have, thank you. I'm so glad you guys are back. I hope you stick around to see what this channel becomes. I'm still kind of learning as I go, and I will see you guys next time.